Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Network Merchandise Shop. Pick up your logo merchandise by heading over to abvnetwork.com, clicking on Shop, and start filling your basket today. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for something for yourself, a customized gift, or logoed items for your business gift shop, the Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. That's the number 2 in the Bar to Go. Don't forget our friends at Neely Family Distillery now ship their unique distilled spirits directly to you. To order yours, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we complete a bracket challenge to determine the coolest thing to see on a beam tour. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Beth Burrows, Lenny Eckstein, and Kathy Gould.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Guys.
Hi.
Oh, so we've got a fun show today. We're going to be talking about the coolest thing you could see on a beam tour. It'll be fun. And Beth probably knows even cooler stuff than I did. She knows all the cool things to see because she works there. But this is what I came up with. So we'll see how I did after the break. For right now, McNew said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, McNew?
Yeah, so in the past week or so, Fred Minnick posted a photo on Facebook of his emails that were unread, and they were like 78,000, something insane. And I'm like, there is no way I could sleep. Like, I can't sleep if there are notifications on my phone. Like, they gotta be cleared out. So I wanted to know, do you guys check your emails, or do you let them get up to these insane numbers?
Yeah, I think I got like 13,000. So
How do you live? I can't.
What?
Well, yeah, a lot of people email you, and it's like, well,
So I delete them. I probably delete like 200 emails a day just because I cannot.
This is why I forward all my email from company related goes to McNew now. So now we know why.
No, I mean, if it's something that needs a read, but like all the spam stuff, like we all get a lot of spam and like coupons or whatever. Like any store you bought something from has your damn email address. So like I just delete those. I can't have them in there.
Unsubscribe. You have to unsubscribe and delete.
I'm not doing that. Then just delete them every day.
So many. Same. I'm very much the same. But yeah, notifications. If there's a notification on anything, I'm not sleeping.
No, I'm
if
like,
I have a voicemail left.
Gotta go. Yeah, can't do it.
I have 13,987.
Oh my crap.
It's closing in on 14,000.
One way or the other.
I texted you today. I'm glad you got it.
Well, it's not text, that's email. So email, yeah. Oh. Or did you email me? I don't know. If you emailed me, I probably don't know. But yeah.
No, you emailed me and I texted back.
Oh yeah, that's true. So Lenny, how about you? You get to all your emails and stuff. Well, I emailed Lenny a couple times this week. He didn't respond to me, so I know.
That's rare. I'm someone. It does stress me out when I see a number like that. Apple, you get a little like number indicator next to your icon. Currently, I'm looking at it with 11, but earlier today it was 180 something. Okay. It stresses me out when it builds up, and it built up massively over the last week. So people who were asking me like time sensitive questions I just got to today, I was like, oh, sorry. Like a newspaper reporter, I was like, sorry, man, hit me up next time. I won't do it again to you. I hate when my email exceeds like 5. But if you look at the phone icon on my iPhone, I mean, I could check now. It's probably like 1,000. I don't answer the phone, and I don't check voicemail. It doesn't resonate to me. I just don't care.
But I have to open it so the notification goes away. Like I can't have that notification on there.
I do feel that way on email. I don't give a fuck about the phone.
Okay.
Here's what I want
to offer up. I will come out and work for Lenny Eckstein to manage his email and phone calls because I am not that popular. And I unsubscribe to everything that is not relevant to me. But I also don't get to work in bourbon, and this would, tie those two together.
This would marry those worlds together for you.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Yeah.
It would. I mean, you could also be the warehouse manager because I feel like I need.
Yeah, I'm a really good manager. Are there people there? Can I fire them?
I wouldn't call myself people. I'm here, but
Really good manager. Can I just fire your staff?
there's not too many people here.
Well, okay. Well, anyway.
A lot of tumbleweeds.
Yeah. Well, there's some tumbleweeds around there. Yeah.
I am looking for a semi-retirement job. So
Okay. All right. Lenny's email might be it. There you go. There you go. So he can stay on top of it, and his phone apparently. So
Yeah.
did you guys know when I first met Lenny, he gave me his cell phone number. I would text him from time to time. It was his fake number. He gave me his second number he uses for jackasses. Because I started one with some industry people, and Lenny's like, "Hey, whoa, don't use that number. Use this one. This is the number I use for." I'm like, "What the fuck? That's the number I've always used." He gave me a fake number. He gave me his fake throwaway number.
He's like, don't worry, this is my Google number.
Yeah, that's what he gave me.
Definitely.
He gave me that shit.
It's not a fake number. That's my Deerhammer business number.
That's bull. And then
No,
we
I
get a
didn't
couple
use my
fun
personal number.
people together, and all of a sudden he's like,
you got
can't
the
use that."
date rape number.
God.
Yeah,
Sorry.
terrible. It was embarrassing. And then I tell you what, that old number I don't even have anymore. I use the main number now. So since I have access to it, yeah. So yeah, good for me.
So you're a Lenny two phones. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, his
Lenny
burner.
two
Yeah.
phones. That could be the name of a batch.
Lenny two phones.
Lenny two phones.
Probably.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how people with two phones do it. I gave up on
No.
that.
Yeah.
I got like 2 weeks in and I was like, that's too much.
That's a stressful world I can't live in. I would just never get anything else done.
It's too many notifications.
Yeah.
I'm not popular enough to warrant two phones, so I could have 6 phones and I would still get the same number. I'm gonna say that's a good thing.
I guess. Yeah. All right. Well, it is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Lenny this time. He hasn't started.
I've got a actually not new bottle of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof.
Oh, nice.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Ooh,
That's pretty
solid.
good. It feels like you're going to be in the mix. We'll see, though. Beth, you're next.
Well, I'm not even in the mix because mine doesn't have a cork. So I've got the sample bottle because I don't actually have the real bottle with me here of Little Book Chapter 5, the finished
That's-
liquid.
That's
So-
way cooler. Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, it doesn't.
I think Beth took the lead because her bottle's cooler than
Her
yours.
screw top out top Lenny.
Yeah. Okay.
Background, better pop.
All right. McNew, you're next. What do you got?
All right. So I have a larceny barrel pick from the Roll Inn out of Indianapolis.
Well,
Nice.
seems like she
but
had
I
some
think
microphone
cute.
problems there. Yeah, that was
It
cute.
sounded good on my
Beth,
side.
who's got the lead, Lenny or
Lenny.
McNew there?
Lenny.
Beth is the call, though. What do you think? You think Lenny?
I think Lenny.
Okay, that means Lenny has the lead.
No
We have to go
filter.
with that. Kathy, you're next.
I have a still 630 Missouri straight bourbon whiskey.
Hey,
Ooh.
I think we got a new lead. I think that's the
I
lead.
would say so.
Yeah.
I need a side by side on that one.
I've got Whistle Pig here. This is picked by OJ Lima. Before he started his business he's got now. This is just when he was picking with that liquor store in New York. So nothing there. Nothing there. Kathy Cool wins again. How about that? You got to buy a t-shirt every time you win, Kathy. That's
It's always new.
I will buy the t-shirt every time I win.
that'd be great. All right. What we'll do next, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about the coolest thing on a beam tour. We'll do that in just a few. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and I'm excited to announce a brand new partnership with Leatherwood Distillery in Pleasant View, Tennessee. Many of you have perhaps heard of Leatherwood via our co-host on the Bourbon Daily, Kaylee Baker, who works there. Well, they are now an official sponsor of the network, and we look forward to everyone getting to know a little bit more about them. Company founder Andrew Lang brought his brewing and distilling hobby with him during his years of service as a Green Beret in the United States Army. Whether he was at his home base of Fort Campbell or during tours of duty in places like Italy or Afghanistan, Lang distilled whatever was available to him locally. We are excited about getting to know Andrew Lang and his team better via our programming and are planning a trip down there for the ABV Network crew very soon. In the meantime, check them out at leatherwooddistillery.com, where they will ship bottles directly to you, including their special Remembering 9/11 series, which is raising money for military charities. Seriously, get out there, buy some bottles, help a good cause, and let us know what you think. We're really excited about this partnership. Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and let's talk for a moment about our sponsors, the people that make this show happen. First up is our friends at Moonshine University. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification at their office in Louisville. The information I learned through lead instructor Colin Blake and their team there is something that I continue to draw upon frequently in my role at the ABV Network. It truly is the standard of establishing a benchmark of knowledge of the bourbon industry. From history to production to brands and people, it's all there. Check out their full listing of programs, including Executive Bourbon Steward certification, production classes if you're considering starting a distillery, and much more at moonshineuniversity.com. I also want to talk about Neely Family Distillery. Back in May of 2018, I met Royce Neely at Limestone Branch's Craft Bourbon Festival. It ended up not only being the start of a great friendship, I started to truly learn about what makes craft whiskey so amazing. You see, I had been a bourbon drinker for over 30 years at that point, and like many people who had been drinking bourbon a long time, I was hard-coded into thinking big bourbon was where it was at and craft was on a journey to get there. Spending time with Royce and learning the things he does to make his whiskey taste better started to really get me to appreciate how things like sweet mashing, open top fermentation, pot distillation, and the grains you are using not only makes your product taste better coming off the still, but also out of the barrel as well. I still love heritage brands and they make up a bulk of my collection. But when you find a craft distiller that is truly dedicated to the craft of distilling, you are drinking some of the best whiskey out there on the market today. That's exactly what's happening at Neely Family Distillery today. Check them out on the web at neelyfamilydistillery.com, or better yet, stop by and see them at their distillery in Sparta, Kentucky. And now, back to the show.
Saying Bourbon Daily?
Yeah.
Okay, you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
No, your name first.
My name.
Who you are. Yeah.
Hi, this is Jason Souter.
And?
And you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Perfect.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we have a bracket challenge to find the coolest thing on a beam tour.
Okay. I'm gonna announce these. We're gonna go with these no matter what, because this is how the show lined up. But after I do my 8 here, we'll see if Beth said no. You should have done this instead of that. So here we go. The Jim Beam statue, the Booker Nose statue, a porch filled with rocking chairs, the barrel dumping station, the museum of old decanters, machines that dispense samples at the end of the tour, a cage filled with Beam products, and finally the Jim Beam 2-story gift shop. Coolest thing you can see on a tour. Beth, did you think there's something that should have been there that's not?
I mean, it depends on how much you want to nerd out, right?
Right.
I think, yeah, you hit a lot of them. And honestly, if you saw them, great. Some of those won't be visible when you come back.
Uh-oh.
The 2-story American, formerly known as the American Stillhouse, now known as the American Outpost again, because it was formerly known as the American Outpost. It's going back to that. So it's still a 2-story experience. The sampling thing at the end, that was gone before we shut down. Not sure the last time that you were there. It
40 years ago.
It was like a bourbon vending machine is essentially what we used to have in our tasting room.
It was.
I think the Beam statue is always fun. I like to pour a little in his glass and toast with him. Booker statue is always great.
Booker, yeah.
No, the Jim Beam statue at the bottom of the hill. He's got a cup out.
Yeah. He does? I didn't know that. I know he's got his hat up in the air, right?
He just has a hat one way and a cup the other way.
Okay, I didn't even know that. Yeah. All right.
So yeah, I like to share a dram with Jim every now and again. I enjoy taking pictures of the little book bottle in Booker's lap. in front of the White House. So that statue with Dot is always real cute. New things. I mean, for me, when I first got on at Beam 5 years ago, my first week was Tom Croom's last week. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with Tom Croom. He worked with Booker. He has Tommy's batch of Bookers. Like he was integral in what we did at Beam. And so my first day, he was like, I'm going to give you as much information as I have. And it was just the most amazing dump of information that I retained 0.2% of. But he showed me like one of the machines in the distillery, which never necessarily fascinated anyone else, but it was right after you came out of the fermentation room. And it was the tubing system that sent everything into the fermenters. And the fact that there were 9 tubes inside of this one tube that you were looking at that rushed into each one of those fermenters independently and had, the hot water or cold water, whatever we needed to send through there as well to make sure that we maintain temperature. And I just always thought that was such an underrated, super cool thing that Vendome had made, that we utilize daily, multiple times daily, that we never talked about because nobody ever, really cared when we were on the tour to be like 9 different liquids are streaming through this right now. But I always felt like that was super, super special and cool. The still, so being able to see high wine, low wine come out in the tail boxes was always a cool shot. It was always coming out really quick. I mean, we fill a barrel about every, I want to say it's 16 seconds. We're filling a 52-gallon barrel at this point. It's insane. So that liquid is coming out real, real fast.
Yeah. Well, we are playing with the ones that I came up with. So here's how they're gonna line out. So it's the Jim Beam statue. We'll be taking on the rocking chairs on the porch, kind of that feeling at home. The cage that you see with all the Beam products in there. So literally, it's chicken wire, and then right behind there's there's a Booker's Rye. Just give me metal clippers, and I can get to that. The barrel dumping station, which is a very Instagrammable moment. Then you've got the we'll just say the gift shop, and then the thing that dispenses samples, which apparently is a collector's item because they got rid of that already. And then the Booker No statue. That's probably in like Fred and Freddy's house or something. Those were pretty cool.
There. Still there.
Yeah,
statues are still there, as far as I know.
All right, and then the Booker No statue versus the Museum of Old Decanters, which is always interesting. I notice a lot of people talk about those when you go in there. It's always a conversation. So, round number 1, Beth, you are first. What is cooler? That's what we always do because it's very subjective. We want it to be subjective. The Jim Beam statue or the rocking chairs on the porch? Pretty iconic, both of those.
Yeah, they're both super iconic. So coolest, I'm going to say the rocking chairs strictly because multiple people can utilize them at one time. Whereas the statue tends to be a take a photograph and then step to the next.
Gotcha. Kathy, what do you think? The Jim Beam statue or the rocking chairs on the porch?
I'm getting into the old age and I love a rocking chair. And I feel like after I've done all of the things there, I would just love to sit and rock. So I'm going with the rocking chairs.
Rocking chairs is up 2-0. Lenny, what do you think? Rocking chairs or Jim Beam statue?
Well, I wasn't initially thinking rocking chairs, but I get the logic. But the statue, I like the dynamic nature of it. It reminds me of the Rocky statue. And I just think it's too cool not to give the nod to.
Okay. All right. That means Jim Beam statue has life in this game. It goes to you, McNew. Jim Beam statue or the rocking chairs?
Man, I like both. The rocking chairs, though, do kind of like remind me of Cracker Barrel, and I don't like Cracker Barrel. So I'm going to go with statue.
There's no checkers at the distillery.
All right. So here's where we're at. It goes to me with the tiebreaker. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this because I do think these are both iconic. It's both that you utilize many times. The rocking chairs you hit coming and going too. So that's 2 times. It seems like everyone stops by that statue and gets their photo though. That photo is almost being part of being there. But the rockers, you can sit around and talk. You can share what you just did. I'm going to say the rocking chairs, meaning they will move on.
So just a quick question, Lenny, are you going to have a statue of you at your distillery?
I don't even post on Facebook. I don't like that public recognition and acknowledgement. Like, I don't know. Maybe if I broke something, whatever I broke could remain, but I don't know. I don't like to.
But you might have a few rocking chairs.
Or maybe like if it was the Han Solo version of like Trapped in Carbonite, I could see that.
Yes.
That'd be good.
Just you in a whiskey glass, like.
Like, let me out.
All right. The next up is the cage with Beam Products taking on the barrel dumping station. Round number 2, Kathy, you're first. What do you think is cooler?
This is hard because
Yeah.
I love the barrel dumping station. And I also love to stand behind the bars and look at everything that I might be able to touch.
Right.
So I feel like the barrel dumping station is something that even the non-bourbon fan can get excited about. So I'm going to go barrel dumping station.
Barrel dumping station. Lenny, how about you?
There is nothing I find more intriguing in a distillery than a barrel dumping station. I really like the Beam barrel dumping station. My favorite is actually the Peerless barrel dumping station.
Yeah.
And then somewhere in the shuffle is my own barrel dumping station, but it doesn't even compare to Beams or Peerlesses. So I'm for sure going with the barrel dump at Beam.
Beam's got a pretty good one. I don't know. They're right.
It is pretty good.
It's nice. Yeah.
It's like classic looking.
Yeah. So McNew, here's where we're at. The barrel dumping station is up 2-0 over that cage with all those Beam items in there. What do you think is cooler?
Yeah, I'm going to just close this one out with that dumping station. It's awesome.
Yeah, they're both awesome, but yes, I can't disagree. Even though, man, it's neat to see those old products and things that, like I said, you look for the Booker's Rye and stuff like that. You see it, it's there, but you can't have
fun little I Spy game.
Yeah.
All right, the gift shop or the dispenser of whiskeys that you used to be able to do, self-serving stations. I don't know. Seems like they're getting rid of that. Seems like that's kind of cutting edge these days. Self-serve, social distancing, self-serve. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it will come back. Lenny, you're first. What do you think is cooler? The gift shop, they got a lot of gear.
Yeah, and I like gift shops. I like to walk around, see what's going on. You know, they have some unique stuff. I don't. So like self-service anything like gas. Or beer. There's nothing
like self-service gas. You want someone pumping your gas for you? That's terrible. It's
no,
awkward.
Misconstrued. I do want to pump it myself, but it's okay. Forget that example. Beer. Beer, where you have to pour your beer like at places.
Yeah,
like that.
I don't. Like
I think that's terrible. But I do like the idea of pouring my own bourbon out of a machine, and I also like. I think Beth might have more knowledge on this for sure than I do, but regardless of that one going away, it seems like Beam as a brand has the market kind of cornered on these machines that pour things, be it bourbon or highballs. Like they seem to know what they're doing with these machines. And I guess for that reason, I'm kind of into it.
Okay. All right. That means those dispensers go up 1-0. If that wins the show, Beam may, they're big listeners. They may turn around and say, we can't get rid of these things. They finished first on the Bourbon Daily. Sure. All right, McNew, you're next. The gift shop, seems like you'd like that, versus the dispensers, seems like you'd also like that. So this has to be another tough one.
It is another tough one, but I will say the first time I walked into that gift shop, I was in awe. Like a little kid in a museum or a candy shop. I was just like looking up, looking everywhere. It's a great feeling walking in there because it's so big and so vast. And I love that 2-story gift shop.
Okay. Apparently that's going away as well. So it'll be a single story.
It's not that it's going away. It's just changing.
Yeah, it's going away.
It's getting better.
It's no longer
getting
2
better.
Stories. I love that 2 stories. I'll tell you. All right. So here's where we're at in the battle of things that are going away. It's tied up. The 2-story gift shop versus the dispensing machines. I think you could still have a cool gift shop with 1 story. Maybe Beth she's saying yes. We'll see. But those dispensers were cool. So I'm going to go dispensers, meaning they go up 2-1 over the 2-story gift shop. Beth, what do you think? The gift shop?
I'm going to go with the gift shop just because I think, when you walk in, and this is talking old gift shop, right? When you walk in and you turned around and you just saw the family tree, It was
Right.
just such a vast, expansive
Oh yeah.
first step into like understanding exactly what that lineage looked like and how that lineage just branched out into so many different ways. And then, the photos on the wall of all of our master distillers and even distillers and family members everywhere. And of course, merch. I really like shopping. So that didn't hurt, especially when the booze section was right there in the middle. But yeah, I would go with gift shop. And I'm not saying that it's not going to still be 2 stories. I'm just saying that this is a changing model as to what you're going to first walk into.
Okay. She said, but she didn't say. We don't know what's going on at this point. Kathy, you're the tiebreaker. The 2-story gift shop or the dispensers. What do you think is cooler?
I love a good dispenser, but I have to be a girl and I'm shopping.
All right.
And
All right.
it's overwhelming when there are 2 stories of things to shop from.
It may or may not be 2 stories coming up very soon. We don't know. No
We're
one's
just
saying.
gonna invite you out.
No one's saying.
I can get a Jim Beam barbecue tong and some barrel picks and some t-shirts,
Socks. Yeah.
socks.
Sweatshirt, candle,
I
tie.
can do my Christmas shopping in one place.
Yeah. Okay. That means gift shop does move on. Next up is the Booker No statue versus the Museum of Old Decanters. Round number 4. Boy, I would get bored on the tours, giving those tours going in there because it's the same things every time. I remember this one. Remember the. It's got to be the exact same conversations that happen every single time. But it is what it is. Round 4, McNew. What do you think is cooler, the Booker No statue or the Museum of Decanters?
My bar has a wall of decanters, so I don't really need to go see that. But that statue, Booker with the little dog, it's just, I don't know, that just feels like seeing your grandpa. I freaking love that statue.
Yeah. Booker No statue, I think, is one of the most iconic things in bourbon. And I think it's got an easy matchup here against that Museum of Old Decanters. Though interesting, it's just the conversations that get to me. So I'm going to go the Booker statue. Beth, what do you think? The Booker No statue or the Museum of Decanters?
I'm going to go Booker No statue. Not only is it just an iconic statue, but where it sits, atop the hill in the distillery in front of what will now be known as the Baker Beam home. I think it's a super special place and statue. So going with the statue.
They're probably moving it though to somewhere else where you can't see it.
As far as I know, it hasn't moved.
Okay. All right. Here's what our final 4 looks like. The rocking chairs will take on the barrel dumping station. And then finally, the gift shop takes on the Booker No statue. Round number 5. I'm up first. The rocking chairs or the barrel dumping station. Boy, I'm compelled to say barrel dumping station because you can really get that great photo, especially if you do the slow motion and it gets it just right at that moment when it tips, you get that anticipation. That's really cool. But it's available at so many other distilleries too. They do have the dumping stations, and the rocking chairs feels like Jim Beam. It feels like you're home at Jim Beam when you see those. And so I think in this example, I'm going to go those rocking chairs. Beth, what do you think? Rocking chairs or the barrel dumping station?
All right. So I was hoping that I wasn't next because I'm still trying to think through this. When it comes to the 2, I think that it's a super cool experience to be able to have the barrel dumping station. There's something about, I obviously have a different experience where I play with things probably a bit more than people do on tours. So like playing in the char that's come out of the barrel or being able to taste directly out of that barrel. I think that's a super special experience. Rocking chairs are great. I'm going to go barrel dumping station.
Barrel dumping station ties it up. It's up 1-1 or tied 1-1. Kathy, you're next. Rocking chairs or barrel dumping station?
I do love a good rocking chair, but to see the liquid coming out of the barrel, it's awesome. And for all the people that go to Jim Beam for their first experience and not knowing anything else, I think that's going to suck them in. So I'm going with the barrel dumping station.
Dumping station is up 2-1. Lenny, what do you think? Barrel dumping station or rocking chairs?
My feelings on the dumping station, but I also feel like if you're thinking of things that are iconic, the rocking chairs are more iconic to Beam, and it seems like barrel dumping station has some momentum. So I'm going to mix it up and go for the rocking chairs.
Rocking chairs has tied it back up. That means it goes to you, McNew, for tiebreaker. Rocking chairs or barrel dumping station?
I'm going to go with the barrel dumping station.
Okay, that means barrel dumping station moves to our finale. All right. Next up is the gift shop versus the book or no statue. This is a tough one. Beth, you're first. Gift shop or book or no statue?
I'm going to go book or no statue. I think, with Beam really truly believing you come as friends and leave as family, I don't think that there's anything more iconic on that campus than the man who really set forth making sure that everyone felt like family when they got there. So I'm gonna go book or no statue.
Yeah. The inclusion of Dot is huge too, I think.
It's huge.
I think I think that's really big for what they're trying to do there. And it's pretty cool. All right, Kathy, you're next. The gift shop or the book or no statue?
So here's what I'm going to say. I agree with everything Beth said. I really agree with everything Beth said, but I want to buy something. So I'm going to go with the gift shop. And I feel like I'm in place number 2 and the rest of you can figure it out.
Okay. Well, you've evened it out. So it's 1-1. So basically it was like the first 2 rounds are a scratch. Now it's best 2 out of 3. Lenny, you're first. Gift shop or book or no statue?
I was talking about the nature of the Jim Beam statue, which I'm very impressed with, but also like back to rocking chairs. Am I mistaken? The book or no statue's in a rocking chair too, right?
He is in a rocking chair.
Yeah. So statue it is. It just fits.
Statue. Yeah. Okay. All right. That means book or no statue is now up 2-1. McNew, you're next.
This might be the one time I don't pick shopping, but I'm going to go with the statue.
Okay. That means the book or no statue moves on to our finale. All right. Barrel dumping station versus book or no. What do we think is the most iconic thing at Jim Beam Distillery? Round number 7. Kathy, you're first. Barrel dumping or book or no statue?
This one's hard because I feel like both of them are iconic to everyone who appreciates bourbon and people coming into bourbon. Like if you're just someone on a vacation and you're like, we're going to go to Kentucky and watch some stuff, either one would be exciting, but book or no means more to me who he is. So I'm going to go with the statue.
Okay. All right. That means the statue goes up 1-0. Lenny, what are you thinking? Barrel dumping station or book or no?
Statue. Did I already do this one?
No.
All right. It sounds the same. My bad.
You did the gift shop. You did the gift shop.
That's right.
The reason why you said it was, you thought it was getting momentum in you.
I'm going to go with the statue.
The statue. Okay. Statue is up 2-0. McNew, you can end this thing right here, right now, or you can give the barrel dumping station life in this game. What do you think? What is cooler, the barrel dumping station or book or no statue?
Okay, so it is a cool station, but I could see one really at any distillery I walked into. You only get the book or no statue there. I'm going with the statue.
The book or no statue wins it. How about that? There it is.
Bring it home.
The coolest thing on the Jim Beam tour. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. Well, there it is. So they don't have to bring back the dispensing stations. It did not win. And a bit of a surprise, maybe. The book or no statue. No, I think that's the right answer. I do think it's one of the coolest things in bourbon. And yes, we should do one of these for each distillery, then do a finale of everyone's coolest thing at the distillery.
We do a bracket challenge of the winners of each.
We got to do 8 distilleries. This will be the first one. We'll do 7 more, and then we'll have 8, and then we'll do a finale of the best of.
Can I make a request?
Sure.
Can you come back to the new distillery? Because I think that you're going to want to add some things. We have a replica of Jim Beam's Cadillac now at the distillery.
Really?
So I feel like you're going to want to change up. No.
Can I drive it?
Good try, though. But like things like that, there's the new installations. There's like, when I say y'all that this is going to be like a completely different place, I mean that in the best of ways, as in you're going to not recognize a lot of the fixtures that are there. You're still going to recognize that it's, James B. Beam Distilling Company. It's still going to be home. It's still going to have so many of those iconic things. We didn't necessarily strip all of that away and start brand new, but I think that there's going to be a lot of things that are unexpected, spectacular. I have been told, I haven't had a chance to step into it yet because I'm still like trying to work out when I can get in there. But one of the first things that you step into, I have told it's absolutely breathtaking, like has taken the breath away from people who work for James B. Beam Distilling Company. And sometimes we're hard to impress. So the fact that that's happening, I want to be part of this. I would love to be one of the brackets. I just want to make sure that we talk about the new JBB.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. And we may actually have Beth as being one of those things too, because she's apparently there quite a bit. One of the coolest things you could see on a tour, Beth Burrows. How about that? All right. Well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Beth, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
For sure. If I'm not gallivanting around bars that have dogs in them, I can be found at Bourbon Bella on Instagram or Beth Burrows on Facebook.
All right, Kathy.
I am on Facebook at Kathy Cool.
Okay. Did you get that Instagram going since the last time?
We're going to have to make that a next small talk.
Okay. All right. Lenny, how about you?
You can find myself and the rest of Deerhammer on all the social media at Deerhammer, on the web at deerhammer.com, where you can order all of our whiskey. And if you want to pay less, just email me. I'll give you a discount code or something. And
those never work. I've tried those and they don't work.
I know. But if somebody emails me, I'll make sure it works. Even though my
Don't call him though. He doesn't look at
Don't
you.
call him because he doesn't respond back.
messages.
But he does email. He's into. So yeah.
and you come visit us in beautiful Buena Vista, Colorado.
Fair enough. McNew, how about you?
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV. You can also find me on the ABV Network channel every Tuesday, hosting bottle kills and last meals.
All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got the company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. That's the one you got to check out because everything that we do is out there. All those virtual bourbon events, they're out there. Our shop is out there. We've been loading up all kinds of things. Just got a new shipment in this week, so more stuff's coming. So check us out at abvnetwork.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right. Great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
You guys.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's chat for a moment about Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you just want to experiment on a small scale on the stove in your kitchen or try your hand at a bigger setup in the backyard, Moonshine Still Pro can help. They have different still offerings as well as accessories and even grains from Goldstone Mill to help you make whiskey on par with what you get from your favorite distillery. They can even assist with a DIY still project by supplying some of the parts you can't make yourself. Check them out at moonshinestillpro.com. At the ABV Network, we're lucky enough to have some great friends. Amongst those friends is the Goldstein family, owners of Goldstone Mill. Goldstone Mill is a full-service mill offering a variety of heritage and heirloom grains. Their unique approach of working with mills around the country allows them to offer you affordable shipping opportunities to meet the unique needs of your distillery or brewery. They will consult with you to ensure the grains you are selecting meets the unique flavor profiles you are looking for. If you are a home brewer or distiller and you're looking for the grains that your local distillery or brewery uses, Goldstone Mill is the place to look. Check them out on the web at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or shoot them an email at hello@goldstonemill.com.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.